Welcome back to Nickel Machines. On today's episode, we're going to be doing some landscaping. And you can see this whole entire area that I got my camera pointed at. So I'm walking around and getting ready to start getting rid of all of the vegetation there. So what I'm going to have to do here is pretty much cut off the top layer. Got to scalp the top, get all the vegetation off so we can get this all ready to pour concrete. So that's what we're going to be doing. After we do that, we're going to be chainsawing some wood, and then that'll be pretty much it for this video. So I hope you enjoy. There's going to be a little commentary, little updates here and there. As we started out, a little white bucket. Been doing about 3 or 4 shovels. But never fear, as you see right around the corner, my supervisor comes over here and watches me make sure I do all the work correctly. Well, there we go. We're ready to start from there. Super driver's on the job, and we're here to get stuff done. Didn't have a wheel bearing thing because this is the kind of day before we plan on doing stuff, because they decided we're going to do it real quick. And yeah, so I had used what I had and got to it. Here we go. there from behind. Yeah? Yeah, you're spinning. You're digging or something cool. Alrighty. So what I showed you doing, and shoveling, taking all the vegetation out, this is what it is now. It's all meshed, poured out and ready for concrete. And we tore down the awning here. I didn't film that because it was already done by the time I got back. Helping my dad do a transmission. So that's where it sits now. Piled up in the corner. Yeah, so then I'll probably won't film when you're doing the pouring it. I'll show you what it all looks like done after. Oh, we got all the forms in. And that's all ready to get going. Look at all that pollen putting out. Alright, so this is all done now. Got the full concrete slab all poured. It's all pretty much dry. I just gotta spray it down every now and then. Dry enough to walk on. You can see, that's what I did. And you saw that I shoveled out pretty much this whole entire area that day. And then we're expecting the day after to end up coming the next day. And they bought a skid steer, so they just finished up the rest. I didn't want to film doing it because I'm not too comfortable with filming people other than myself and people who sign up for it, like my brother. So did an excellent job. Concrete's all done. Everything's all nice and level back here. And what do we got to do after this? Well, we're going to chop up some wood. Got that stump there I need to chop up, and I got the one back there I'm going to cut down. This host really sucks. keeps binding up on itself. Yeah, I'm going to finish up wetting the concrete, bring it down to help it slow down the hardening process so it doesn't crack like it is here. I guess the sun is a little too direct in this area and it'll dry it out a little quicker than the rest of it, so it cracked it a little bit. Not sure if you can see it and how well it shows up in the camera. Yeah. Hold it all down. Well, I didn't hit the record button, so I gotta redo it. So, chainsaw originally using to cut the stump wasn't working out too well. New chainsaw I'm using, gas powered 18-inch. That's electric 16, which was working just fine. It was just quite slow, and I had a hard time cutting through. This here, a whole lot faster. Just cut through all of this, you see it in stages. Yeah, hose it off because you see you got some concrete spray on them, and I don't want anything to hit the blade, dull it out prematurely, because it's nice sharp blade, brand new. Actually a brand new saw. I just put the first oil and fuel in it. It was my dad's. He had it. I wanted to use a different one he had, but he gave me that one. No worries. They all work the same. But you see where I cut off little chunks here and there. We're just having a hard time going through. So I'm gonna hose it off real quick. Get the rest of that concrete off there. Stack up this side here so I can just lop off that side and continue on. Get this thing all chopped up and ready to go in the bin. And there's a big tree back there behind the Novas that kind of fell down, and you see what I could do with that. And for Mythic Machines landscaping, we're doing pretty good today. So I keep hitting concrete and dirt on the root system of that trunk over there, so while I still got a decent chain, I'm going to chop up this tree little pieces so I do the same thing, just throw them in or just have this one for wood, firewood I guess. This thing's quite old, as you see. It's might actually just get ripped out. But I'm going to chop it down a little more, and from there we just dig it out, get rid of it. So let's get to it. With this last few clips, I hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you did, and you'd always be so kind to like, comment, subscribe, and share with some others. I wanted to show you some more, doing a little more work to get the concrete done and everything, but unfortunately I had other stuff come up, so I couldn't make it the full video that I wanted to. So with that, this is the end, and I hope you enjoyed. Until the next one.